we're good to start. Hi everyone, this is the traditional Flash game Game-lynch panel, and this means that we're going to be lynching games. So we have a panel of experts here that are going to be talking with the developers sitting here in the front row. Could you guys stand up so we can applaud their bravery? So throughout the day, these guys have been talking about postmortems of their games, and we're going to see if the panel of experts is going to agree with those postmortems. So please note that this is supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be mean, and we're sorry if it comes off as mean. We're really sorry, not. So our panel of experts today, my name is Alex Nichiporchik. I work at Spill Games. I'm the host. We have Philip Doge from FDG Entertainment. We have Tom Kircha, the evangelist at Adobe. We have Chris Benjamins. Awkward pause, should we applaud or not? We have Chris Benjaminson from Player.io. Applaud. And we have, for the first time ever, Emily Greer from Congregate. So, I'm going to do a nice little animation here. These are the games that we're going to be lynching. So I will start off with Red Ball 4 to sort of give an idea of the vibe, and we're just going to see if this goes anywhere. Last time we didn't have a dialogue though, so this will be the first time where developers actually have a microphone and can try and defend their games, but we're gonna see. So anyway, Red Ball 4. To give an idea of this game, well, I called it the Square Menace. I'm going to get into that a bit later. But let's just start off with a video of the game that basically leads into my presentation. So this is how the game starts, right? You have red balls and the red square and some evil black square that is turning everything squares. It was a fun premise. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. You know, neat little emotional idea. And this goes into gameplay, which is where my issues actually started because I wanted to record the video. So now if you take a close look at how fast this thing goes for me, you realize that it's not really fast. I was like, what is going on here? So I was playing on this MacBook and trying to record the video via QuickTime. So the frame rate is like, what, 8 or so, give or take? And that basically happens whenever I launch Spotify and try to play this game, whenever I launch anything else. So that basically leads us into issue number 1, memory leaks. If you have developed Flash games, you probably know of a thing called Pepper Flash, which is the pre-installed Flash player within Google Chrome. And always, like my advice, always test on Pepper Flash. You have the native Adobe plugin, which is a downloadable type, and then you have the Pepper Flash plugin. And a lot of the time, people don't test this, and you run into these kinds of issues. Basically, there is a memory leak that starts to spin off all of the cooling systems of the laptop, and that just becomes very unplayable. So please test for memory leaks. Now, when I turned everything off, you know, I didn't have any software running, I could finally play the game, and then I encountered the issue of controls, which did not exactly thrill me. So basically this is a platformer game, right? So you have a little ball that rolls around, but essentially it's a platformer. A platformer means that you have to jump with precision. Now, if you do not have precision in your platformer game, that makes or breaks the game. That really broke it for me. So in the second screenshot over here, you see that I have to jump to this platform over here, and I died like 50 times. Because if you want to have a platformer game, you have to enable the user to be able to control it while jumping. So there is some weird thing, and I'm not sure how exactly the game is programmed, where friction doesn't respond the way it should. So friction happens for some reason in midair, which doesn't make much sense. And whenever I try to stop, it just doesn't work. So make the game's controls more precise, more responsive, and easy to understand. Even if it contradicts the logics, the physics logic, whatever, if it's fun to play, keep it. And then I encountered some interesting thing like this. So this is where I got fully stuck, by the way. So like, there is some weird bug in the game where if you're not on a flat surface, but when you're on a round surface, you just can't move. So I was stuck over here. And one hint that I actually want to give, I'm going to backtrack here. Whenever you're developing a platformer game, you have to do a lot of rapid prototyping. So what some people, like Rami Ismail from Vlambeer, recommended to me when I was making a platformer game is use visual sliders. So when you're making a game, when you're prototyping, just put up a couple of sliders that you can tweak real time while playing the game, just to get the feeling right. Now, moving on. Achievements and points. So I found an achievement screen. I found that I was getting some sort of points, but they didn't bring any value. I mean, it's not really tied to anything. So this, okay, so I do something in the game, then an achievement pops up. It doesn't give me any added value. So why not use the points to upgrade your ball's abilities or something, or use the points to upgrade it so that you can access some specific areas and levels that are not accessible with a standard configuration. Give them some sort of meaning, because now everyone just copy pastes achievements in, and if it's like a standard cookie cutter template thing, it's just not as fun. So, and this will also give you a lot of replay value. And now the character. If you look really closely to this screenshot, I knocked down a block into the water, and the animation, the screenshot doesn't really transfer it, but the animation is like this guy is suffocating, drowning. And then that guy is just standing there going, hey, what's up? And the only reaction that the character gets is when he's being hurt, so he goes like, ugh, this is painful. But, I would be, I would want this guy to be a bit sympathetic to the guy that he just killed, please. But, so basically, fix the controls, fix the memory leaks, expand the character a little bit further, add more content, and stop treating the whole Red Ball series as a collection of minigames. I didn't put this out on the slide, but if I search for Red Ball, I see like Red Ball 1, 2, 3, 4, then Red Ball Platformer 2 or something. Just try to build consistency in this brand, because the whole idea of a rolling ball in a platformer game is kind of cool, and you can build upon it. But right now it feels like a collection of minigames. That's it on my part. Perhaps anyone can want to add anything?
Yeah, what I noticed is that the game totally lacks of information about gameplay elements. For example, it doesn't mention that you can't bump into enemies, but you can defeat them by jumping on them. That's actually, you have to tell people what they can do and what they can't do in the game. There are definitely more character animations. Even though if it's just a ball, it can have emotions, or like it could be laughing or whatever. There's so many things you can do. And also for high score hunters or for star hunters, just put it in the hat. I mean, come on, you collect stars and all I get are points, but I don't know if I have all stars or if there's still a star missing. So if you put in a little information like 5 or 6 stars, and I know, okay, there's still a star missing in this section, so I go back, search for it, and I have everything.
I'm not sure I want my murderer to stand over me looking sympathetic, though.
You want him to laugh? Okay, well, this is...
Let's just say one thing. Maybe you should put a game on stage 3 so it runs on GPU instead of CPU, so that way it's going to be way faster than it is right now.
Or just fix the memory leak, just saying.
Maybe. If there is any memory leak, I don't know, but you can use Adobe Scout.
Thanks for advices. Yeah.
Yeah, I really missed the replayability. So when I played a level, yes, I get a score, but it was not something where I felt I had a reason to go play the same game again. You could do something where you had, say, you have to have a certain amount of stars before you can unlock the next level or something that actually gives me into a flow where I interact with the game beyond simply just completing a level.
Yeah. Thank you for all advices. I'm, as I said, on Postmortem. I'm now working on Volume 2, Flash version, and I'm really going to improve some things, especially scores and performance. and we are going to make iPhone, brings this game to iPhone, and combine all 3 volumes, so it will be about 45 levels. And I hope, I want to say that I get a lot of feedbacks from you and from players, of course. And it's the good thing of making Flash game and then make iPhone, that you get a lot of feedback when you make Flash game, and then you get improve and fix all things when you make a game for iPhone. So I'm definitely going to use all the feedback. So thank you very much.
So then we're going to lynch the mobile game.
Yeah.
I hope it will be nothing to to improve.
Okay, let's move on to, well, first one, round of applause.
Thank you.
Now, our next game, Philip is gonna take the stage with Jelly Canon 2. And shall I fire up the video while you stand up? Okay. I'll just give you guys an idea of gameplay.
So, Jelly Cannon is a cannon shooting game where you have to shoot black balls in order to move jellies together. And got lots of physics elements with breakable platforms here made of glass and wooden platforms and a couple of interactive stuff. Okay, then first thing, when I downloaded the game on the App Store, mentioned Universal, works great on all devices. Then I started the game and, well, I have these black bars, so it doesn't work great on all devices. Where's the iPhone 5 support? I mean, it was launched, no, it's not written anymore there. It was launched 2 weeks before the iPhone 5 came out, so there were already all the tools available, and why wasn't there an update? No. Next thing is the HUD is not very easy to understand. Well, you have a score system, top right, and actually with every shoot you do, the score gets less. Well, if I want to know how many shoots I have left to clear the level, I have to do the math. And because when the score hits 0, the level is over and you have to start over again. And the thing is that in every level, a shoot consumes a different amount of score. So I have to try, okay, now in this level it's 100 points per shot. Then I have to do the math, how many shots are left, and well, it's not so cool. Then also there are no information about the star progress, which would be really nice because the less shoots you need to clear level, less shoots you do to clear level, the better the star rating, but I have no clue at what score I get a certain amount of stars. So makes it very try and error to get all the stars. Also, there are sections of the HUD which intersect with gameplay relevant areas, like, for example, top left corner, for example, you have to shoot there, and you easily hit the pause button. Okay, pause button is not such a big problem, but there are other levels where you easily hit the restart button. So, for example, if it's a complicated level, you're trying, and then you need to make the last shot, it's top right, and it immediately restarts the level. You're like, there, fuck. And the worst thing is there's even the question, do you really want to restart the level? Yes, no. So it's totally missing, and you're just fucked. So place it somewhere else, like, for example, if a level, you know, in a certain level there's a region that you don't use, or it's not necessary, just put the restart button there. We did it as well on Ragdoll Canon a couple of years ago, and it worked pretty well. Yeah, well, that's an overview of the different stages. There's a total of 5 level packs, each with different backgrounds, but actually they don't really differ in gameplay. There's a couple of elements, and they just repeat over and over again. And also the levels in the game feel like the best of other Canon shooting games like Rectal Blast or Rectal Cannon. Even I think I've even saw some levels from Cover Orange, and just be a bit more creative also about, for example, putting different jellies with different colors and bring together green jellies and yellow jellies and whatever, or explosive jellies. I mean, there are so many things that can be done. It's could really be improved there. And same goes for level elements that are interactive level elements like bombs or whatever, switches. I mean, there's so many things you could do, and I totally missed that. And also after the first level pack, actually I've seen the whole game. It's just repeating over and over again. For example, you can just shoot 5 jellies, 5 balls, and then if you shoot a 6th ball, the first ball disappears again, which is totally okay, but, well, do the guess which one will be the ball that will be removed if I shoot now. No idea. So, again, same as with red ball. You could give the balls much more character by increasing changing their face as soon the nearer they get to be removed. For example, the first one looks normal, and the last one is like he's a bit scared or whatever because you will be the next one to be removed. And it also gives more information because there are some levels where you have to place a ball there and another one there and another one somewhere else, and then you have to shoot there again. So it would be just more comfortable to play if you know which one is the next ball to be removed. Then there's only one level at a time that's opened. So if you're stuck, there's no way to try another level, progress through this. No, you have to solve this level, and if you're really stuck, then you have to make the inner purchase. Yeah. And the inner purchase is only in the level itself. When I press on unlock level, it only says unlock this level by completing all previous levels. So if you're kind to the player and open like 3 levels at a time, and then there's still a level where they're stuck, they're more likely to do the inner purchase. Also, why don't you put an inner purchase there for unlocking all the level packs or all levels or whatever? So also likes a little bit of monetization. And that's basically it. So if you have any comments?
Well, I actually want to ask, what did Nickelodeon do within the project? This is a question for the developer. What was Nickelodeon's role in this project? Because I saw Nickelodeon plastered in the trailer. I'm just curious.
Nickelodeon made some decisions. They provided all the artwork, and things like
you should probably ask them to play this little game called World of Goo. You probably heard about it because that game has character in little balls of goo, and apparently they didn't exactly see it.
Yes, I think they're pretty similar, but what I can do.
Okay, yeah. Do you guys have?
I would like to bring up the point about the points being what determines my score, being what determines how many balls I have left. I didn't understand that before. You just told me, so I had like an aha experience here. That really needs to be communicated much better.
Okay, then.
Thank you. I agree with all your comments. I will take them into account in my next game, which I'm working on. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome.
Next part.
All right. Hi. Let me just play the video. So the game is quite amazing, as you can see, and I just wanted to say several things. It has fantastic mechanics, and it's just a great concept I have never seen before. So that totally blew me away. I was like, wow, that's great. Unfortunately, you can't sell it as it is, because it's a nice prototype, and you would never sell it basically, as it stands right now, because it has the worst UI I have ever seen in my life almost. And so there is a huge potential. It is fun to play. I sent a link to several friends of mine, and they were like, "Wow, this is pretty neat. I have never seen something like that before." And I totally agree. It's a great concept. So there's a lot of work to do to make the game succeed, and I'll tell you some of my tips that I kind of found out. So it is fun in first 5 minutes, but there's no recurring fun. So I was playing the game and I was like, wow, that's nice, and I'm having fun, But after some time, I was like, it's the same level after level. There is not enough challenge. And Sid Meier said a game is a series of interesting choices. And I don't have the choices here in this game, because it's still the same, even though the levels change a bit. It's kind of the same game, and I didn't feel challenged enough. So, for instance, how do I lose? There is no time challenge, and there is nothing following me. So I can just play the game, and basically I don't lose, So that's one thing. And the other question I have: why should I repeat a level? There is no 1.3 star system in the game, and it basically, whatever I finish the level, I have no. I'm not motivated enough by the game to repeat the level again, to make it better, to be better in the same level. So, as I mentioned before, there is no time challenge. There is only time challenge if you are over the line on the top, and that's basically it. So maybe time challenge can make it more engaging. And then, again, great mechanics. I totally love it in terms of physics. Great job there. But on the graphics side, when I look at it first time, I was like, wow, look at all these pixels, you have around the shape, and I think that could be improved. So maybe you might want to look at it again and maybe fix it. I don't know. Maybe also align a little bit these things, so they don't look that funky, It helps, Then, what is this feature, And I look at it first time, and I was like, wow, what is going on? And I kind of figured out it's some kind of random element that if I click it this time, it does something, and if I click it second time, it does something. But for me as a player, I didn't get it the first time. So maybe you want to simplify, explain it a bit more, and basically tell me if I didn't understand if I should click it, if I should click on it right now, or if I should wait, because something is gonna happen. So I was just randomly clicking on these kind of bonus whatever color thing. Anyway, another thing, performance problems. I would put everything on GPU. You can try to experiment a little bit with triangulation. On my MacBook Retina, it was running 200% on CPU, which is quite a lot. Again, make it more engaging. Add some bonuses, some combos. There is a space for improvement. And compared to Bejeweled or Tetris, it was too easy to play. So challenge the user, make it more fun. In terms of GPU triangulation, this is what I can tell you. Try to optimize it for the specific use case by shaders. Put everything on GPU, anti-alias using fragment shaders, and a good starting point in terms of Flash for you could be Poly2 library, which is I think C++ library ported to Flash, so definitely check it out. And I know there are some hard points, so I'd like to hear from you that you accepted a challenge and you're gonna fix it. So that's all I can say. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks, Tom. That's really interesting thing, and I especially appreciate the wrong way you played it on the level 7 here. As for the challenge, have you played Gluey 1, by the way?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I do not accept the challenge on making it an action-based game because the feedback I'm getting so far that make it puzzle again, because the Gluey 1 is much more puzzly.
Yeah.
So that's the direction I'm working on. And if you convince all the portal owners to switch to the GPU-optimized mode, and I can make it on GPU, I will be very happy.
Yeah.
But up until now, GPU is not really an option for sponsored game, and that's really a challenge which is killing us.
Can you actually elaborate a little bit on that? I'd be quite interested to hear why it is.
It's a common wisdom right now that's stage 3D optimized game. They're not has as much sponsor potential right now in many cases, just because many portals do not have the mode set up. The direct mode set up, so the game will spread virally pretty poorly.
Yeah. Are you looking at porting game on iOS and Android?
It's already ported on iOS with even more mistakes than we spotted. Yeah. There, I think there are different options to do this.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, thanks.
But it's pretty interesting. Thanks a lot. It's lots of insight.
I mean, great game, great job. It is mind-blowing concept, so keep working on that.
Yeah, thanks. That's really useful.
Nice entree.
Yeah, exactly. I've been practicing all day, right? So I got Zombotron too. The game is an action game. It starts out by you watching this guy run around being awesome. He's very quickly killed by the spaceship, which is apparently mine. I have crashed on this planet, and my goal in life is to get off this planet again. I do this in 16 levels, and basic controls are with my keyboard, A, S, D, and W. I aim and shoot with my mouse. I use E as the action key. I press R for reloading. I press Q for switching weapons, and I press H for using a med pack. And the game decides to tell me this at sort of random intervals. I think I played the 2 first levels before I was told that I could reload. That was very nice of them. The game has a fairly simple mechanic, which is shoot everything that moves. So everything, and should you be in a case where you're not allowed to shoot, the game won't allow you to, okay? So shoot everything that moves, right? While I play, I pick up coins, so you can see I pick up small coins here, and around the map you'll find shops just like this one. You press the E button, the action button, and you get up an interface like this, and you can buy new weapons, you can buy armor for your weapon, you can buy body armor as well, and like med packs and these kind of things. There's 9 weapons to buy beyond the simple gun you start out with. There's also a knife you can pick up. I have it here. So let's talk about technology. This is my laptop. It's not the newest model I know, okay, but it's definitely not slow. The game is played, there's some text missing here actually, but the game is played in 640 times 480, yeah. So very small canvas, but the game still manages to lag, especially in large levels like this one. I'm pretty sure what's going on is that a lot of this is already in memory, it's not swapped in, so it loads its entire level up and runs this. I ran into this little guy a bunch of times, always as an embarrassment. The game experience, so first off, I'm playing in this little window. I have a massive, 27-inch screen at the office. I can only play in this window. Please put in a full screen. Such nice art. Let me appreciate it. Next thing, gameplay. So the AI is not particularly clever. This happens a lot. It's very nice if you don't like dying. You just find some place to stand. Say, stand here and just be on top of this platform and shoot these guys in the head while they don't do anything. Yeah. Yeah. On the context of dying, this game does something a little bit special. It doesn't reset the game state. It just allows you to continue from where you left off. So if I shoot this guy and die, he will still be dead, which is pretty nice, except in the case where my spawn point is where the bad guy is. So this. Yeah. So another thing that happened was that because when you die you just respawn, there's not really any consequence of dying. You lose a little bit of coins, which is like the virtual currency, but beyond that there's absolutely no reason for dying. And the level design has that sort of incorporated into something you need to rely on. So you come into a big boss like this one, and the only thing you can pretty much do is shoot stuff at the guy, die, respawn, shoot stuff at the guy, die, respawn, and repeat. And the game is even so nice, so if you run out of ammo while you do this, you will get some more. So you never really have to like worry about dying, so the game becomes very repetitive because you're just basically shooting everything that stands. And that brings us directly to the next point. At level 6, you get this very nice car. Nice feature and run around, you saw the video. But there's 16 levels. So at level 6 is the last time something really new is introduced into the game. And from there it's basically just shoot everything that moves, die, respawn, shoot everything that moves, die, respawn. And then you get to the end. 45 minutes later, or how long it takes to you to complete this game, you get to the end, you find a spaceship, that's great, and I'm expecting this huge extra, nice animation showing you something nice. The game's very pretty, right? But he basically, I seem to be stuck here for some long time. Boop, done. That was quite anticlimactic to the point on replayability. I can't replay the level again. There's no reason for me to play the same level twice. If I choose to go back and play level 4, it will allow me to play level 4, but it does not have any influence on my character at level 13. So if I picked up an item, that item is not represented at level 13, and so on and so on. So some mechanic could have been put in there. The game does have achievements, but they're not really exposed anywhere in the game. So they pop up once in a while, hey, you did something, but it has no effect on me, and it's not really a mechanic. It mostly seems like a checkbox that was checked off, just should be there. On the business side of things, because I like talking about this, the game has advertisement when it loads. It has a sponsorship. And again, a lot of text is missing here. Basically what this says was that while the game has advertisement, it's very unlikely that I'll ever play the game twice. You're ever going to get one impression on it. So due to the lack of replayability, it's not something that's going to be highly monetizing, because it's what I like to call a bubblegum game. You play it once and then you're done with it and you never return to it. There's a lot of stuff that could have been done. We can talk later. There's a lot of stuff that could have been done to make the experience something that you want to return to, something where things happen along the way. And that's it.
I want to add on the whole business aspect. I spent about 30 minutes into the game and then I didn't beat it, but you said you completed it within 45, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would expect that some other people would take about an hour to complete it.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah,
So-
but I quickly found out I can just shoot stuff and then die and shoot stuff again. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you basically cheated your way through.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
basically, if this game would have had a lot of replayability where I can go back to playing the levels, do a bit of backtracking, it could have easily become a 2-hour game, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it feels like it's a real shame that this game was monetized as a web game.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have easily sold it for like $2 as an indie game on Steam, and that could probably make a lot more money. Just saying that I don't think the monetization aspect of this game was done correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool game that could make even more fun if it wouldn't be divided into levels, but just like one big planet where you can go back and forth and have some. I don't know, if you get an ability like a little bit later in the game, you can reach another point in a previous section of the game to get another upgrade, and a little bit more like the Castlevania and Metroid games on Game Boy used to do, which were really enjoyable.
Okay.
Давай!
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I I think all about you talk. It's very important for this game, and will help make this game better.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Yeah. My pleasure.
I'm a little shorter than Chris. Just a little. Okay. It's the video?
That's the video, yeah,
Okay.
just click it.
So we're going to wake up the box with a sledgehammer today. It's a fun, little thing. You draw shapes and then you try to wake up the box. I'm not sure why, the box needs to be woken. Maybe he has jet lag. Maybe he needs some sleep. That happens to me. But you go through, little puzzles to, he's been woken. So what I want to know is, Yevgeny, whoops. So it's kind of like Crayon Physics Deluxe meets Red Remover. It's a pretty good, formula. I like those games. So, Yevgeny, why do you hate the box? Why do you want to wake him up? But more important than that, what do you have against straight lines? It's completely impossible to draw a straight line in this game. To draw a box, to draw 4 straight lines, to create a whole box is just completely impossible. And that's the most annoying thing about this game, is how hard it is to make the shape you want. It would be easier to draw the Mona Lisa on an Etch-a-Sketch than to make a square in this game. In a puzzle game, the challenge should be in solving the puzzle, not in the execution of the solution. So any time that the player spends fighting the mechanics of a game is sort of the lowest quality of time in the game. You want the player to spend time figuring things out, not in sort of struggling with things. And also, you notice the lovely box that I made on this particular level. Also, unless the intention was to get a lot of accidental clicks to not Doppler, putting buttons in the drawing area was a bad call. There's lots of potential for pointless player annoyance, and when I talked to some players and to some other people in the office, these clickable boxes being in the drawing area was something almost all of them mentioned. A lot of the puzzles felt too simple and empty to me. You could just spam shapes and solve it, which is what I did in this level. I think there would be better if there were more solutions from like sort of complicated Rube Goldberg machines that are that you really have to think through and figure out, and less from arbitrary shape redesigns. Because I spent a lot of time just doing slight shape change, slight shape change, slight shape change. There are some very clever levels. This is one of them, but it was such a sudden switch that it really disrupted the difficulty curve for me. I wasn't sort of prepared to think through, and I hadn't added elements that, this could be a key to this puzzle. I kind of had to figure it all at once, and I got to this level and got frustrated and then skipped a level for a while. The other thing I want to know is, Yevgeny, why do you hate progress? There's minimal feedback on progression. To even know what level you're on, you have to go back to the main screen. You also have no sense of your level of skill, and I think this is a very common theme with these games. I got a randomly selected well done message at the end of the level, but I want to know how I did. I want to know that I'm better at games than other people. So give me some skill stars, some how many shapes I drew or time taken, so that I know for sure that I'm awesome, or at least have a goal to know when I go back and play the level again, what I need to do to be awesome. So, TLDR, your game is bad and you should feel bad. Actually, I like it quite a bit. I just never ever play this game on a trackpad. I did that on a conference call, and I just wanted to punch the screen. So that's it.
Thank you very much for your time. It's actually a great honor for me to have my game reviewed by co-founder of Congregate. Actually, I have my game moved in its direction by the feedbacks of congregate users, because your users are, in my opinion, are the most clever users on or web portals, because they give me constructive feedbacks, and but in other portals I see shit, cool, awesome, great, bad. That's all what I've got. And based on feedback of Congregate, I did straight lines in the fifth part of the game. Yeah, I see.
And I saw they just Wake Up the Box 5 just got achievements.
Yeah, I see it right yesterday or 2 days ago. Yes, thank you for that also. It's all true, and I'll try to fix it in my previous project.
Wake Up the Box 6.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, I actually wanted to like add a little bit of feedback on like when I started Wake Up the Box, like the very first one, I felt like it was going to go into like different, more like you said, Emily, in complex mechanics where you can build actual mechanisms. So you have like some rotating piece, and then you draw something, and then that attaches and rotates and fuels like a more complicated puzzle. Please make that in Wake Up the Box 6.
Yeah.
Just saying. So I think that's a wrap. Right? Okay, thank you everyone.